Hello, welcome to Numi's Crochet Nook. Today we are going to do crochet flower. For this we will be needing a 4-ply acrylic yarn and I am using 4mm hook, a yarn needle with same color yarn, scissor, and you need to have stitch markers. Here I am using some scrap yarns which was leftover yarns I had. I am using this and you will be needing a scissor. So let's get started quickly. This is a beautiful crochet flower which you can add to your handbags, headband, your crocheted tops. I'm going to do a little big crochet flower. If you want small crochet flowers, you can decrease the foundation chain, that is the beginning chain. So now I'm going to chain 74 here. So we'll start with a slip knot. And I'm going to chain 74. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll come back after chaining 74. So I have chained 74 here. So what we are going to do is, from this, on the second chain from the hook, this is the hook, this is not counted as one chain. So this is your first chain and this is your second chain. So on the second chain what we are going to do is, we are going to do a half DC. So yarn over, go into the second chain, now you got 3 loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3. Now yarn over once and go through all the 3 loops together. So that was your first DC. Now yarn over, go into the chain. Be careful that while doing the half DC, you should not go on top of the chain like this here. You should go between. Now you got 3 loops, 1, 2, 3, yarn over and go through all the 3 loops. That is your DC. So what you're going to do is, you're going to work DC all over the chain and come back soon. So I have reached at the end of the chain. This is my last chain, and so I'm going to do half DC in my last chain. Now I'm going to chain 3 and start my second row. Chain 3 and turn your work. So this is a half double crochet we have done on a 74 chains. Now we have chained 3 and turned our work. Can you see the stitch? We are not going to work, we are not going to count this stitch where we have chained 3. So we are going to count from here 1, 2 and 3, and we are going to do we are going to do a single crochet, that is SC, on our third chain from the hook. So this is not counted. We are going to count from here 1, 2 and 3, and we are going to do single crochet. Now again chain 3, and on the third stitch do a SC, 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, you have two loops on your hook like this. Once more chain 3, 1, 2, 3, Now count 1, 2, on the third chain do SC. Now once more 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, on the third chain do SC. Now repeat this till end and let's come back after finishing the work. So I have reached at the end of my stitch. So we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and going to do our last single crochet into our last stitch. So that's it. So this is your single crochet which you have worked with 3 chain space. So now what we are going to do is we are going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now what we are going to do is we are going to split this work with stitch markers. Here I am going to use another color thread as stitch marker. You can take this. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can go for this. Any color yarn, a small bit scrap yarns you must be having, keep it as for your stitch markers. It will be handy. So we can count from here how much we are having 3 chain space. So we'll start from beginning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24. So we are having 24 3 chain spaces. So what we are going to do is we are going to divide it. So as it is 24, we are going to divide it into 3 parts. In each section we will be having 8 loops. So we'll start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the 8th space just take the scrap yarn. So that's it. So that's your stitch marker. If you want, you can give a small knot, not a tight knot, like this. So that's it. Now after 8 we are going to count again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now on the 16th space we are going to keep the other scrap yarn, or you can call it your stitch marker. A small slight knot. Okay, so we have marked our, now we are going to start. We had already chain 1. So this chain 1 will be counted as 1 SC. Going straight into the first loop. Now we are working on the petals. We are going to work the petals of the flower. So first, after chaining 1, which is counted as 1 SC, we are going to do half DC. That was a half DC. Now we are going to do 3 DC. Yarn over, one, two, three. Then after doing 3 DC, one more half DC we are going to do, 3 loops and going through 3 loops together. That is your half DC. Then to end the petals we are going to do 1 SC. So that's your first petal. We are going to do like this. So first we are going to do 1 SC, that was chain 1. So then we are going to do half DC. See, you can see the size increasing from here, and like this it's going, and here you can see it's coming this way, a shape is formed. So after 3 DC, again half DC, then again to stop this loop we are going to do 1 SC. Now in the next loop, same way, in the next loop same way we are going to do 1 SC, one half DC, now 3 DC, 1, 2, 3, then one more half DC, then 1 SC. Again here we are going to start this loop with 1 SC. If you have doubts regarding the single crochet, half double crochet and double crochet, I'll be giving you the link in my description box. Please go through the link. Then we are going to do half DC, then we are going to do 3 DC, 1, 2, 3, then we are going to do half DC, and we are going to end this loop with SC, that is single crochet. Now complete the same pattern till our stitch marker here. Same way, single crochet, half DC, 3 DC, half DC and single crochet. Till this stitch marker we have to do the same thing. See you then. So we have reached our stitch marker. I just finished doing in the stitch marker. Now we'll slowly remove the stitch marker from here. So we have finished this 8 loops. We have finished 8 loops. Now after the stitch marker, in the next loop what we are going to do is we are going to start the loop with half DC, 5 DC, we are going to do 5 DC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DC. Then we are going to end the loop with 1 half DC, in the next loop half DC, 5 DC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending the loop with half DC again. So you can see the size of the petals slowly increasing. First we had done just 3 DC. In the next section we are doing 5 DC. So you have to repeat it till this stitch marker, that is half DC, 5 DC and half DC. So complete it and come back soon. So we have reached the stitch marker, second stitch marker. We are going to remove it. So now we have to do our third section. 8 loops are remaining, so we are going to start it with half DC as usual, half DC, and instead of 5 DC we are going to work 7 DCs inside this loop, because we are going to make the petals bigger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and ending the loop with half DC. So instead of 5 we are going to do 7. So starting with half DC, now 7 DC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and half DC. Now finish it till the end of the loop. Follow the same pattern and let's meet. So we have finished working our petals. So you can see from here, what we are going to do is cut off the extra yarns. So don't cut it too short, need it for stitch, because we need it to finish weaving the yarns. So take this much, you can leave. Stopped here after doing 7 DC, half DC, and we have stopped here. We'll do a chain 1 and stop it here. So now take your yarn needle with the same color yarn, keep it straight, take the beginning loop and the beginning petal we have worked and slowly turn it, give it small twist like this, can you see, and just give a small stitch there, catching the 2 layers. Going through all the layers. If you want, you can do one more, give one more knot. Now once more turn the, now once more, don't twist it too tight, slowly give it a shape. It should not be like this together, just flatten it as you twist slowly like this, and give one more stitch here, catching the layers. Going through all the layers, don't pull it too tight, just it should be like this. Now turn your work upside down and slowly twist it. While twisting, try to give a try to flatten it. Don't forget to give a stitch in every corner. Don't stitch it too tight, not too loose. So we have almost finished our petals. Try to give a quick and easy stitch. Now can you see the flower? So this is the flower. So you can tie the tail ends of the flower slowly. Give it a small knot. I hope you loved this tutorial of flower. Now here what you can do is you can stitch it on top of a cap or on top of a blanket or a bag, shawl, any crochet dresses, headbands or anywhere. Size depends upon your foundation chain. You can stitch it with the yarn needle, or some people do like they have a clip and they just clip it with a pin so that each time when they can wash it separately. I hope you all will like this tutorial. Please try it and let me know. This is an easy flower. In my next video I'll be coming with more interesting tutorials. If you haven't subscribed it, please subscribe to Numi's Crochet Nook. Until then, bye bye.